Hey there, Terrarians, how's it going? My name is Pixelated Fireball, and welcome back to another episode of Pinkymod. So, in the last episode, we finally took out the heart of the corruption. The big, bad, super, kinda deity? Earth creature? Crystal monster? I'm not really sure. I don't remember exactly what the lore said he was. But he's a big monster who shoots laser beams, and we killed him. And got his epic loot. Finally. Actually, I'll get it out and I'll show you what it is. See, I did a little bit of preparation before I started recording, and then I forgot about it. This is what he dropped. It's called the Cavern Master's set. If I can actually find the pants, wherever they are. I can't find my pants. There they are. Okay. So this is the set that the Heart of the Cavern dropped. I also have a weapon as well, but I'll show you that here in a second. But we got the Cavern Master's set. The hood increases magic and summon damage by 12% and mana regen. Then we got the Master's Robes, which is damage absorption by 5, 10% when under 40% health, more mana by 40, and max minions by 3, and the Trousers, which increase speed by 10 and life regen by 1. It says, great for impersonating Pinkymod idea makers. And basically what this does is you release gem bolts when you're struck, and it also increases your defense by 3. So it's not as much as the Durendile set, but I'm gonna go over and actually take damage to show you what these gem bolts actually do, because I did test it out a little bit, and they release every single time that you get hit. Oh, there's a sandstorm. That's lovely. But yeah, they release every single time you take damage, and they actually hit relatively hard. I think that damage 47 is what they're actually supposed to do, damage-wise. So I'll run over to this guy and just get smacked in the face by him real quick. And look at that. I shoot rainbows when I get hit. That's just the best thing ever. I mean, I wish that happened in real life. I mean, that would make everything so much more interesting. But yeah, that's basically the set. It's pretty cool. It's got that little rainbow text, which I guess makes perfect sense. I mean, that's lovely. I'm just full rainbow here. I got my rainbow gun, my rainbow crystal, all the good stuff there. I do like this item a lot, but it's kind of, the way that it works is a little bit interesting, because like the laser from the heart of the cavern itself, it works exactly like that. And I like it, and it does deal quite a bit of damage. It melts a lot of enemies, but at the same time, if it's not against a stationary boss, it's kind of very ineffective. So like, for example, a slow boss like King Slime, or eventually the Wall of Flesh, which we're probably gonna end up fighting in this episode. Maybe possibly. It'd be pretty effective, but against a quicker enemy, like something into, like, say, the Twins, or something like that, Skeletron, Skeletron Prime, I mean, an enemy that requires me to fly in circles around them very quickly, might not be super effective, but it's pretty cool. I still like it, so I'm gonna hold on to it, just in case I decide to use it. The item that I got, I'll get them all out, actually. I'll run back up here real quick. I was not prepared for this at all whatsoever. I had no intro planned. I just hit record and was like, well, I'm gonna talk now. Because I don't have anything planned for this. See if I could find all the weapons. This one, and there was a staff. I already have that one, a summoning item. I think I got everything. I think that's pretty much it that dropped off of him. The set and just a weapon for each kind. I think I showed off the gun in the last episode, I'm pretty sure. But the other gun that I got is a tactical landslide, which is like a machine gun. Like, picture Mini Shark, but it shoots arrows. Left click to rapidly sling arrows, 25% chance to do double damage, and right click to snipe with a 25% chance to do triple damage. Now, if I equip the Ranger set, I think it's this one. We'll equip the Ranger set. We'll snipe a little bit here. The crits can actually get pretty ridiculously high. At least I thought. See, there's 525. Maybe I can get it to it again. Because there was one point that I got a crit that was, like, in the 800s, and I was like, man, that is a lot of damage. And then its regular fire is just this. And it works with every kind of arrow. It's not like some weapons that change the type of arrow it is, so you gotta have, like, musket balls or, like, regular wooden arrows to get the actual effect, like the Stellaris, which I need to have wooden arrows for. I think it turns every arrow into it. Yeah, it just turns all arrows into cosmic stars. You can use this. So I imagine with something like, probably, what is it, the explosive arrows from the Underworld. I forget what they're called, the hell arrows or all that. The big explodey, fiery arrows that blow up when they hit people in the face. I imagine that'll be really, really powerful with that. So I might actually end up using that to fight the Wall of Flesh. And then the Chromatic Shard, which summons a stone entry to fight for me. It's kind of weird. I can only summon 2 at the moment, but you see the way that it's moving behind me? It's a little bit of a graphics bug there. It kind of just pops into place. I think whenever they are attacking things, they do move around correctly. Let's see if I can find something for them to actually attack. Oh, there's a communist. Attack the communist. No, I guess they don't move around normally. I don't know. I thought that I saw them do that correctly before, but I guess they're kind of... What are you shooting at? You're shooting at nothing. What are you trying to kill? Oh, a slime. Okay. I was gonna say, they just start firing off at random directions. They also seem to really hate birds. That's another thing, which I get it. I mean, fine, that's okay. I mean, I hate birds too, but... I mean, they just kind of shoot at random things. It seems like a lot of things in this game have a distaste for critters. Like, I haven't forgotten about Dre up there, our traveler buddy, that has a violent hatred for butterflies and likes to spend his free time blowing them out of the sky with his Glock. But there's a summon, and the mage weapon is called the Verge of Sages. Summon a rainbow gem that implodes upon collision. So, that's pretty great. I mean, it pretty much has the same effect as the crystal armor, what's it called? The Cavern Master. Whenever I take damage, it sort of has the same effect, pretty much does the same thing. Does a good bit of damage, but it does kind of drain mana pretty quickly. I'm not really set up to be a mage, so I'm not the most prepared for it, but I figured I'd show that off. It's pretty cool. I actually think there might be one more item. I know that there was a spear, but I forget what it's called or what it looks like. We looked at the Lucent launcher. It's just a machine gun, just sort of like a rapid-fire machine gun. I don't know where it is. I could have swore that I had a polearm which shot out gem mines. Or maybe I hallucinated that. I don't know. Oh, no, there it is. Subterraneous. There it is. I found it. Shoots an exploding gem mine. So there you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Very fancy. All of the whole theme of all the pieces of equipment and all the armor that you get from that boss is just showered in rainbow, glittery, sparkly goodness, and I think that there's pretty much that's the best way to do everything. I wish more mods emphasized rainbows. Very neglected. Very, very neglected. So, you'll also notice that I finally got favoriting working correctly again. I do normally do that. I know it's kind of annoying seeing all my stuff like all disorganized and everything. I have to dig around for things like that. I mentioned earlier in the Let's Play, and I think later on in my regular vanilla Terraria Let's Play that my keyboard doesn't really work correctly, but I found a way to rework the favorite keybind, which isn't actually in the settings menu, and Red, please fix, because that'd be pretty helpful if I can actually find... Yeah, there is nothing in here about your favoriting key. You actually have to go into the config in your Terraria file. I think it's the one that goes into my documents, that Terraria folder. You actually have to go in and add a line of code that I think it's like key favorite something or other, and you have to set it to the key. I just set it to the other alt because I figured, hey, why not? I didn't know what else to set it to, so. But anyway, with all that business taken care of, that long-winded intro out of the way, it's time to go down into the Underworld because we have defeated the heart of the cavern, I promise, and it's time to do the Wall of Flesh. I did already build a elevator down, and at the bottom I did put a little miniature base that I planned on setting as a spawn point so I don't have to keep running up and down, and I can actually put the nurse in, so if I do die, which I very likely will, I can just heal up and then jump right back in down there. I didn't do anything fancy, I just built a little, I guess, sort of mini outpost. Just a small little outcropping. I'm not able to get down straight all the way through because of that big pit of lava. But here we are. Casa de Hell. Can move our nurse in down here now. Hopefully she jumps in. But I got all the necessities down here. I got myself a little fireplace, a little sunflower, so enemies don't fly at me from every direction, because the ash puffs do spawn down here. Currently, my stone sentries are very aggressively trying to destroy my walls. I really don't know what they're shooting at. They have a habit of doing this. I don't know if that's a bug. They just kind of pick a random thing and just start shooting in their vague direction. But it's okay. There's something for you to actually attack. Why don't you give that a try? But anyway, here we go. Down into the Underworld finally. We're prepared with our obsidian skins, minings, and our shadow key. Ready to go. And I didn't do anything down here because I had no idea what I was going to stumble across, other than build that little bridge there. That's the only thing that I did. I didn't know what kind of enemies or what I was going to find down here in my exploration. So I just kind of Barely touched it. There's something. Archdemon. Isn't that the name of, like, a hard mode mob? It looks like it has quite a substantial amount of health. I can't get to him this way, though. I'm going to murder you. Hold on a second, Archdemon. I'm coming for you. I am on my way to brutalize you. Switch to melee real quick here. Alright. Bring it on, big guy. Oh, God. Okay, he hits me hard. What kind of attacks does he have? Doesn't look like anything at all. He just kind of floats there. He's stuck. Demon War Banner. Summon damage. When held in hand, summons an entourage of demon defenders. Left-click to command your demons to fire. Max demons is 3, and an additional 1 for every 2 minion slots you have. Demons do not take up minion slots. Okay. Oh. Well. That's interesting. Hold on a second. I need to get up out of this place here. Oh my. Okay. I think I see what's going on here. I get it. I do get it. So, I just kind of call forth the demons here. Thank God that voodoo doll didn't fall in, by the way. I didn't even notice that he had one until I looked up there, but okay, open fire. So they're just demons flying around with bows and arrows that shoot explosive arrows. Okay, and it uses mana. That's interesting. That's very cool. Weapon out makes this look very cool as well. And just stand here with my war standard and go, ah, open fire. Fire at will. That is definitely very cool. Okay. So moving right on along. I don't know if I've ran past any shadow chests yet. I have not seen a Hellforge. That is something that I need to acquire quite rapidly. And I've hit a dead end. Very unique placement. There's a Hellforge. I don't know how I walked right past this. I was just down here, wasn't I? Maybe I wasn't. I don't remember. All these places down here kind of look very similar. It's all big black spires of death. Oh, and a rose. We got a obsidian rose. Wait. Hold on a second. Mag match slime? What is it? Where was that at? I must have missed it. What are you? Oh, Hope Encumberer. I remember those. I think I did kill that one by mistake once, because in the lower caverns they could spawn as well. So far, the only thing I see are ash puffs. I didn't even see that mag match slime. Maybe another one will show up somewhere along the line here. I am curious to see what this mod will allow me to do with Hellstone. I imagine quite a bit, because you can already do a good handful of things with it, but I'm assuming that you can do more with it. I believe you can upgrade your altitude weapons, or your pick and all that stuff whenever you get it. I do want to find a shadow chest. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. See if anything unique spawns in there. And then I gotta begin the long process of trying to build a bridge for the Wall of Flesh. Ugh. I already am having flashbacks to my last Let's Play whenever I did that. That was not a pleasant experience. I think I did the majority of that off camera, which I'm probably very likely going to do again. Demon Archer. Oh, wait. There it is. Mag Match Slime. I barely even got a look at it because my demons obliterated it. Or not my demons, my little gem sentries obliterated it. What are you? Okay, there's another Demon Archer. I thought he had like a whip in his hand or something. I thought that was a demon whip. I didn't know I was in one of them kind of parties. I was like, oh yeah, it's that kind of underworld, huh? Ew. Okay, so far so good. Ah, the burning, searing pits of rotten despair, death, and torment. So beautiful. It's lovely this time of year. This goes all the way down. Oh, and there's a pit of lava that I just about dropped myself into. I don't know how I allowed that to happen. Not paying attention. Do some fishing down here. It's lovely. As I said, lovely this time of year. Just kind of open up paths everywhere as I'm exploring. Make it a little bit easier on myself later on, because I don't feel like blowing up a big hole here and just kind of running across. I'm probably just going to use what structures already exist for my bridge. Or maybe I'll just be an edgelord and not use one. How about that? That's probably going to be the death of me. Or maybe not. I don't know. Alright, well, I feel like doing some mining, so I think I'm going to pop some of these potions, mining potion, and just head down in. Start tearing some stuff up. What? Well, I guess somehow I added ash to the whitelist? When did I do that? I don't even remember doing that. I haven't even been to the Underworld. Well, I am just the most oblivious kind of stupid, aren't I? Honestly, I'm not even complaining, though. I did not... When did I do that? Okay. I guess I added that as well. My god, this must have been stuff that I did back in the vanilla Let's Play that I don't even remember doing. Got to enjoy watching Veinminer blow some stuff up, though. That was enjoyable, right? That's always fun. Still waiting for the day that I can do some Veinminer ASMR. I might end up doing a video about that. That'll be it. We'll do Veinminer ASMR. All the best ore and stones, all the sound effects. I don't even know how many I have. I have about 493. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I'll just get a good handful of it. And then we'll go back up to the surface and see what all I can craft. Alright, so I'm finally back, and I was actually able to create around like 400 or 500 hellstone bars. I don't know how much ore I actually got, but I know I got like a whole full stack of 999, and I had a whole bunch of obsidian left over here. And I got all the equipment. I got my upgraded altitude stuff, which is finally a replacement for the Reaver Shark, and I got the altitude ham axe. I ended up getting the annoying affix for it because, of course, why not? It had been a while since I got a bad affix, but these are incredibly fast. This stuff will go into hard mode because it's got +1 range and 109 pickaxe power, so that's pretty great. It actually mines very, very quickly. Like, it chews through the blocks, and that's really great. And the ham axe is, well, of course it's a ham axe. I mean, you just go spinning that thing around all Bladestorm style through the forest, and the next thing you know, you got plains. And I was able to make a Knight's Edge because I did have all the materials for it, and the thing you'll notice is that it actually does dark damage. This variation of it does that, so it gives it a little bit of extra punch. But the other thing that's really interesting about it is that it actually has lore. So we got our Traveler's Journal here. Let's pop it in there. So, over the history of Terraria, the Underworld faction probably has the most regime changes of all the factions. It started with the Underworld guilds, then the Old Demon Monarchy, the Slimy's puppet government during the one-sided alliance with the Slime Army, the Provisional Regime, and today's Royal Court of Souls. Many believe, though, that the Underworld was at its peak performance during the Old Demon Monarchy. It was then when culture, arts, and technology flourished. The Underworlders built a grand city of obsidian above the lava and became a formidable power. Their leaders were responsible for combining and corrupting many powerful blades, creating dark fusions of these weapons, such as the Dark Lance and this here sword. Unfortunately, their regime would not make survive past its golden age, ultimately crumbling in the process of resisting an invasion by the corruption. That's really interesting. I know that they've mentioned corruptor or corrupt, and the corruption in general. I'm assuming the crimson, I guess, is interchangeable, or maybe in this mod with the lore, it's all one big corruption, one big, like, virulent plague rampaging across Terraria. I think it's really interesting. I like that image in my head of demons fighting off against, like, flesh monstrosities and all that down there. I like that image in my head. Also, it mentioned great obsidian cities. That is something I would really, really like to see. So, any of you builders out there, not me, because I suck at building. I mean, just ignore this up here. This is a one-off, I promise. But all you builders out there, I would love to see, like, a fully restored obsidian underworld city. Or, like, a big castle or fortress or something down there. That'd be really cool. Like, maybe an underworld variation of the dungeon. That'd be really interesting. I guess it would take up a lot of space. In the event that you had to fight the Wall of Flesh, it would kind of limit your maneuverability. But, I mean, the Underworld spans across the entire, you know, area down here. I flew all the way across here. This is probably I'm gonna end up building my bridge to fight the Wall of Flesh. Lots of space there. But, yeah, I thought that's a little cool. I thought that'd be cool. So, anyway, into the weapons. Now, I wasn't able to make everything because a lot of the stuff you can make with the molten stuff, the molten armor, or not the molten armor, the hellstone bars, you can't really make until hard mode, so we'll go over that whenever it shows up. So the first thing I'll go over is the Silent Knight. And remember whenever I said that this thing was crazy fast shooting and did a whole lot of damage? I got my Hellfire arrows as well. Got a full setup there, but I got the Silent Knight, a legendary bow that had aided the Demon King of the Underworld in killing hundreds of corrupt creatures, but alas, the corrupt forces during those days were millions strong, and the Underworld fell to them soon after. Not actually very silent, with that amount of arrows per second. And that ain't no joke, because my god, look at how huge this thing is with weapon out. I mean, it's gargantuan. I got my range thing on here. Look at how fast this shoots. I mean, look at how rapid fire that is. I mean, never mind with the tactical landslide. I'm going with the Silent Knight all day long. I don't care how much gold I have to spend to get it unreal. There we go. Definitely going to be holding on to that one. Then the next is the Rod of Ecthros. By the way, I should say that these items require quite a lot of things to craft. And something I found out later, the Molten Fury, you don't actually have to craft that if you feel like doing some farming. If you kill those demon archers down there, they do have a chance to drop one. That's how I got the one for this one. I saw it sitting on the ground, and I was like, did I make that and drop it? But evidently they dropped them, so there you go. Little thing to keep in mind. Next is the Rod of Ecthros. It's crafted at a demon altar. You gotta combine a hornet staff, an imp staff, some bones, demonite bars, and obsidian. And they look really cool. They're like swirling portals, midnight portals to fight for you. They look pretty cool. They have the same sort of graphics bug that the stone sentries did, though these ones aren't as bad. They do kind of sort of move with you a little bit. I love the sprite. I mean, big purple sparklies. I mean, can't go wrong with that. And then the next one is the Knife of the Night, which also does dark damage as well. It's crafted meticulously and presented as the weapon to the greatest and most worthy demon assassins. It's a throwing weapon. And it's used to create stuff later on, but we'll go over that later, like I said. And also, again, it requires a lot of material. I don't know if the obsidian being here twice is supposed to be that way. I don't remember if the actual recipe itself required 80 altogether, but I don't know if this is a bug, but that's just, I guess, something to take note of, you folks out there working on the mod. But it's a pretty beastly dagger, you know what I mean? Like, it looks really cool. I love the way that it looks. Just this, again, purple sparkly. Everything in this mod is very colorful, I will say that. All of the weapons, everything just glows and shines and sparkles, and I love it. I love everything about that. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, I did get a fishing rod, the obsidian rod. It's just a slight upgrade over the flesh caster, or the flesh catcher, I think. 25% fishing power, but it does allow you to catch fish in lava. So that's really cool. Just very simple obsidian and hellstone, nothing too complicated. So now that that's all said and done and all that's been taken care of and handled, I believe it is now time to head back to the Underworld and commence construction of our little arena down there. Our little path to run away, which I definitely am going to do off camera. I'm going to stretch it from one end of the Underworld over here and go all the way over here. Give myself a nice, massive, huge open space. So there we go. The plus side will be if I do die. I keep doing that by mistake. But the plus side will be if I do die, being that I have my base down here and the nurse there. If I die somewhere along over here, I can just run back across as quickly as possible and just continue fighting him. So that'd be pretty good. I think we got this in the bag. We got a lot of really powerful weapons. I gotta upgrade the Silent Knight, but we'll be okay. We'll be all good. So, I will see you after I'm done building our bridge. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. I have my bridge constructed, and my god, it's a long one. Make sure I don't actually get killed by all these lovely enemies that are coming after me. Why don't I fly up here for the time being and talk about what all I did in preparation for this without getting obliterated. Come on. Let me go. Let me go up out of here. Okay. So, I have my bridge built. It is quite a huge one. I have it stretching all the way back. So, you know, I think it should be enough. Why not? There's no such thing as building a bridge too big for the wall of flesh, because you never know how far the fight's gonna take you. I have as many potions that I could possibly craft. I got all the standard ones. I even made some agility potions, Gale Winds potions, mana force. I'm using all the weapons at my disposal right now. We're gonna take this guy out. I really don't think we should have that much difficulty with him, considering how handily these weapons took care of the heart of the cavern. And they're really powerful looking, so I'm excited to see how well they do. And I'm ready to do this. I got a lot of guide voodoo dolls, just in case I do end up getting murdered, and I got plenty of materials to make more potions, so I suppose without further ado, let's buff up and drop this dude in. Come on, guide voodoo doll, let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, look at all those buffs. Let's obliterate them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those crits. Delicious crits. Let's use our demons. Open fire! Oh yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to take him out. Going straight for that eyeball. Look at that, he's already half dead. My god. Actually, I think we're gonna pulverize him. Never mind. I'm actually not at all threatened by this guy in any way, shape, or form. Taking no damage. Welp. Huh. I think I might have been a tish over-prepared for that. Can I have another one? What are you? Vlag Bell? You look like you're rainbowy. We got our Souls of Light. What are you? Geobell. Okay. Well. Let's do that. And let's do that. We got lots of them now. And there's lots of slimes down here now. Okay. Well, I wish there was another guide down here. I could fight him again while I got all these potions. I still gotta get those emblems. I gotta get the good ones, whatever it is that I want to use. I think I might have gone just a little overboard. Actually, believe it or not, the heart of the cavern actually took less damage from these weapons than the wall of flesh did. So, yeah. There you go. Well, let's see if another guide will show up down here. If not, I guess we're, just gonna move on. Alright, well, I didn't see any more guides show up yet. I even used that little item, what's it called, the astral dial, to make it daytime over and over again to see if I could get another one to show up. But I guess he just wants to take his sweet time. Probably a little salty that I did kind of throw his voodoo doll into lava and kill him. So, I mean, hey, you know, if that happened to me, I'd be a little upset as well. That fight really did not go how I expected. But I guess with overpowered mod weapons and tons of super powerful potions, I mean, hey, I always love just deleting a boss from existence. So, I guess that's where I'm going to end it here, guys. We are officially in hard mode. We got a whole bunch of new lore to look over. We can do that in the next episode, because this one's been going on for long enough. So, I'm going to call it an episode here, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. I really appreciate it. And as always, whatever it is, wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.